And now I've finished my 4 years at college. I'm now going to Bournemouth University to do international travel and tourism and hospitality management for 4 years.
Hi, my name is Bianca. I started level 2 here and now I'm doing level 3 health social care. Just have another more year, but it's all good.
Hi, my name is Courtney and I do level 3 health and social care.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm a first year student doing French, Maths, Law and English language A-level.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I did A-level biology, chemistry and maths and I've just finished first year.
It's weird being sort of thrown into college and you don't have that contact with a teacher every day and you might not be in a lesson all the time, which is it's quite strange to get used to, but you really develop time management skills and your own study style as well, because I think at GCSE you're told you need to revise for this exam now. But at college you get the chance to decide what works for you rather than being dictated by your teachers.
Yeah, I'd add that college definitely taught me how to work independently.
I also learned to study on my own and manage how to keep my time slots available for different things and make sure that I've given myself personal time alone from not just work but friends as well, so that I can relax at college as well.
Ambassadors is really great to make friends with. When I started the ambassador program, it was oh, I'm so scared, I didn't know everyone. But as soon as the enrollments came, the open evenings came, all of the open days came, most of my friends are from ambassadors due to doing all of those events within the college. So.
At the beginning of my first year, I kind of walked into my class, saw some people I knew, and I was oh, I'm not sure if we're going to get on, but I also hardly knew the rest of my class. So I was just kind of sat there a bit awkwardly, not knowing how to introduce myself. So I just kind of sat there on a table. I was it's alright if I sit here. And then I just sat down and I was so what's your name? What did you do for GCSE? How did you get on with it and stuff? And we just kind of had a conversation and then we just kind of kept sitting together and then we've gone from there and we've just kind of stuck together. Really.
I was quite lucky because I think in all of my classes and my tutor there was maybe 1 or 2 people that I knew, so I was kind of forced to make friends. And I found that just saying hello to as many people as possible, I really got to know lots of people.
So just don't be afraid to put yourself out there and talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to.
I did accidentally walk into the wrong class.
Yeah.
My head kind of went for the job, but that was about it.
Yeah.
I didn't fully go in and sit down.
And what happened? Nothing.
I feel the teachers kind of looked at me and kind of knew that I wasn't supposed to be in that class, and I kind of looked at everyone and just kind of shuffled out.
Okay.
I went out for lunch with some friends that I knew from school, and I hadn't been to where we were going before. It was a little park we went to, and I only had less than an hour for lunch. And we got there, sat down, and I realised it was 10 minutes into my lesson, and we were so far away from college. And they wanted to stay because they weren't really that bothered about being late. But I said no, I'm going because it's my first lesson and I want to be on time. And I ran back to college, really out of breath, and then it was at the top of train block, which is so many stairs. And I got into my lesson, I was I'm sorry I'm late. And I was sweating, and I sat down, I didn't know the girl I sat next to, and I was I'm really sorry, I just ran all the way from the park. But yeah, I wasn't late to that lesson again.
They were all really passionate, and they really they want to know about you, what makes you learn it.
That's especially true over lockdown because I sort of decided that I wanted to study French and English at university, and I went to my teachers and said, I want to do this, can you tell me how to get better, how to get good grades and improve my predictions? And they've all, even my maths teacher, which isn't really related to the subject, but all of my teachers have told me what I need to do to get better, what I can do for extra reading, and they've all been really, really supportive once once I told them what I wanted to do, they are willing to help me to get to that goal, which is really important, I think.
So through lockdown I've really struggled being at home all the time, and my teachers have like checked in on me, and they've like, if I've messaged them saying I haven't done a piece of work, like I am working on it, but they'll always be really understanding, and like they're just like, work on it, like send it to me when you can, and they've been really supportive through lockdown, and like just being there rather than like being really fussy and agitated at us. They've just been really like calm.
I had amazing teachers in my level 2. They all like helped me. If I had a problem, they would be like, oh, we'll sit down with you, we'll happily talk through things. Because I would say, my first language isn't English. So some things on paper I don't understand, and I'm going to have to say for someone like, can you simplify this for me, please? And they happily like understood things, sat down with me, explained things so that I can understand it for if I had to do an assignment or a task later on.
Every teacher here, they value you as a person, even though it's such a big place. You'd think that you just blend in and just be another figure, but you feel like everyone actually knows you as a person here.
I am on the autistic spectrum, so I have Asperger's syndrome, so I did get quite a lot of help through my subjects, and then I had a separate thing altogether. So they had like people to proofread my work. I had a one-to-one session like every Friday where I went through my assignments, they broke it down, we talked through it.
I've had so many good experience. When I had a problem, I mostly went to Mel, because she's like, out of everyone, she kind of like understood me the most. Like whenever I had like a problem at home, she understood me.
Wow, the pastoral was really good, especially Kez, because when I had a problem I used to always go to her, and she understood me from the ambassador work, like all the ambassador work.
Yeah, so when I had a bit of a rough first few weeks, because I had a lot going on at home and sort of in my personal life, and I found that I had too much free time, because I was doing 3 A-levels, but I had way too much free time, so I was thinking about things too much. And I was doing enrichment as well, so I was quite busy, but just not quite busy enough. And well, I think it was one of my friends suggested that I go and see my personal tutor, which I didn't know I had, but I went and said, I'm not happy, I want to change my subject. And I think it was like the day before the deadline to change subjects, and I just sat with her for probably about half an hour just talking through what I wanted to do, and she really helped me work out what I wanted to do and why I wasn't happy. And as soon as I changed and did four subjects, I was so much happier. I made more friends as well, because I added law last minute, and that's the best subject that I do now. I really enjoy it. And without pastoral, I wouldn't have been as happy as I am in uni.
In my first year I did youth theatre, because I really liked performing arts, and that was like with the Sundial Theatre Company, who were students, not teachers, and we just did like improv, games and all of that really.
I did a lot of enrichment related to my subject. So I did Law Society and High Achievers Academy as well.
I've done British Sign Language, which has actually helped me in my course because I can now use it like further on in life. When I first went, the teacher said, she was like, do you know any sign language? And I was like, I know the bits from Something Special and like Mr. Tumble, and that's pretty much it. But now I kind of sign along with my nephew.
I like the double deckers and the hash browns. So yeah, they're not very good for you, but they're tasty. So.
It's not really a food, but I really like their coffee. It helps me get through the day.
That question is quite hard, but I would say the best thing about the first year was just generally the hash browns and like all the breakfast things when you just walked in.
As there's no bell here, then you have to try and manage your time. Like keep looking at the time so you're not late to your lessons, or even just knowing like if I have a lesson in 55 minutes, at least give yourself like 45 minutes to do anything you want and then leave, so then you have extra time and then you arrive actually on time or early, then it's just best.
And I would just say don't worry about what people think of you, just go for it and talk to whoever you want to talk to. Try not to let yourself get overwhelmed by it, just I think you just be headstrong and know what you want and just go and talk to people if you want to, or if you want time alone, have time alone, because it's either way it's good to do both. So just be happy in doing what you want to do, really.
Yeah, I'd say go in with the most positive mindset that you can. I think if you start college thinking it's so big but no one's going to like me and it's going to be horrible, then you're setting yourself up to have a bad time when it's completely unnecessary. If you go in and think, yes, it's going to be really good, I'm going to really enjoy my subject, I'm going to make lots of friends, then you're going to feel more positive and then be more positive.
I'd say like be confident, and even if you're a bit scared to talk to someone, just do it, and the worst that's going to happen is you don't make friends with them, but you've got loads of other people in the college that you can make friends with. So just kind of keep the positivity even if you don't really feel like it some days.
Just enjoy science after college. It's great to make memories with friends, and it's a really good experience.